Hey guys, it's the Great Fishniz. We were going to continue our series on the United States in Kaiserreich. Unfortunately, Windows decided that it was going to update. You may have noticed that the last episode cut off pretty suddenly. Um, it ate up all my space and it corrupted my save data. Now, I don't want to just leave a series kind of like hanging like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to play kind of a shorter run. We're still in Kaiserreich, but we're gonna set up kind of a shorter game, a lot less episodes, I hope. And I was looking around a lot, um, and I tried out a couple things. I tried out as Mexico. It was actually pretty cool. I think in Kaiserreich, Mexico is not as much fun as it is in Standard Hearts of Iron. I looked at a lot of these small nations, and I thought, you know what? We had this huge like socialist and communist revolution in Britain and France. Not so much in Ireland, right? Ireland is authoritarian democrat. Okay, Ireland's free. They've got all of them. And I thought, it's too bad Wales and Scotland aren't free. What if they can be? What if we as Ireland can liberate our brothers, the Scottish and the Welsh, from the hold of the communist Brits? Right? Thought that might be fun. I'm not going to do Iron Man mode on this. Last time I did, unfortunately, that's part of what screwed up my save state. I wasn't able to revert back to an older save that I had because of the Iron Man mode. And when that one save corrupted, that completely, whew, it destroyed us. Just to let you guys kind of know what happened after we assisted Brazil, um, because that's the point when the recording cut out. We began to re-embrace our brethren in New England, and doing so triggered the Dominion of Canada to fight against us, along with the Caribbean Federation, Union of South Africa, and the Australian Confederation. Um, by the end of what I had intended to be that episode, we had taken most of New England and had a huge chunk up here in the middle of Canada. So things were going well. Um, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about them right now. We're going to go to Ireland. We're going to start up and we are going to. Wow, that's loud. Hold on. That might be my. I'm not sure if that's my headphones or if that went to you guys too. Alright, thank you, Kaiserreich. Yes, we talked about this last time. Alright, so, Ireland. Let's see what we've got here. We've got a couple divisions. Looks like we've got militia, infantry. We've got some light tanks. That's good. And some cavalry. Uh, research slots. Okay, we know that we have to build up our industry. So our basic machine tools, that's going to raise our production efficiency cap by 10%, which is pretty standard, pretty good. Construction 1 is going to increase our construction and repair speed of our factories by 10%. Definitely good. And our electronic engineering, electronic mechanical engineering, it's going to drop our research time by 2%. We definitely want that. Right now we're already looking at 7% drop in research time. That's fantastic. Civilian factories. Let's see, we've got 3 that are being eaten up by consumer goods. We got 5 more. We're going to need more of those. But I kind of want to see. We've got 2 military factories. I think we're going to have to build some military factories. Oh, but you know what? God, that's going to hurt. So let's put 1 more in each one of these provinces. There we go. And then we'll put 1 in each of those that we can. We're going to have a navy. Okay, so we're building a standard civilian factory in every province. We've got 3 more military factories because this province filled up, and 2 more dockyards. And it looks like we can fit 1 more factory. We'll fit 1 more military factory in right there. All right. Tricky part. Now let's see what's in our tank division. 1 light tank and infantry. You have MPs and cavalry. Okay, so we need some support equipment. Militia. And then, okay, so we're going to need infantry equipment, support equipment, and light tanks. Infantry, support, light tanks. Do we have an air force? No. That's okay. That's okay. We can be alright now. Do we have a navy? Kind of. We've got some destroyers. Let's keep them near home. Alright, we need something. We've only got 30 convoys. But we still are going to need at least to start building something. Oh god, all we've got is destroyers and submarines. Let's go for an extra destroyer. Okay. Let's put all these guys in an army. Wow. You get max planning 10% and you're level 1. That means you're going to gain a lot of stuff. Man. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, one thing we're going to need Marines. Let's go ahead and get the clock moving. Let's see. Alright, so, okay. State of the Republic, 1936. After countless years of arduous rebellions and weathering oppressive British rule, the Irish people have won their freedom and their country back. But as one enemy was vanquished, another rose in their place, perhaps yet more dangerous still. Alright, calm yourself down. Michael Collins sits a reluctant dictator, eager to defend the independence of his nation at any cost, yet his political enemies are many as the 1937 election approaches. Ireland is a powder keg. It's only a matter of time until it explodes. Alright, the assassination of President Kerensky. Okay, so Kerensky is over Russia. Alexander Kerensky. This isn't just Battletech, it's a real person. Or was. Yeah, Kerensky was the guy who led the White Russians' rebellions against the communists. Let's see, he's been shot and killed while on his way to the Senate. The assailant was taken down by the police, but the goals and intentions of the attacker are unknown, assuming to kill him. Despite his massive opportunity among the Russian people due to botched unpopularity among the Russian people due to botched land reform and ineffective rule, Kerensky was nevertheless able to hold the country together for years, and his death has thrown Russia into chaos. The senators are already discussing possible replacement to Kerensky. New coalitions are being formed both between the left and the right, while military men like Denkin, Wrangel, and Kornilov are just one step away from intervening to dissolve democracy and, quote, save Mother Russia. How barbaric. Indeed. Alright. They need to have the event staggered a little bit, if possible. Because when we have something popping up, and they've got something popping up, I don't know who I care about. Alright, let's, excuse me. Let's see here. We're gonna have to take on these guys. Let's see what they've got. Between 10 and 21 divisions, buttload of navy. We might have to go paradropping. We may have to paradrop in, because I don't think we're going to get naval superiority. That means we're going to have to get a lot more military factories. Problems up north. Edward Carson, former leader of the Unionist Party, died last year, age 81. He was an extremely divisive figure, also alive, and fled to England when Ireland gave her independence and took back Ulster. He was particularly reviled outside of Ulster for his persecution of beloved Irish poet and author Oscar Wilde. His memory was venerated today by loyalists in the north of Ireland, who held a memorial service in Belfast with several leading members of the UUP speaking in his name. The memorial attracted quite a crowd, showing that Carson still has power even in death. His specter is looming over Ulster, just as the tensions and threat of rebellion loom over as well. He's a problem even from the grave. Okay, what is it about me playing countries that are going to end up with, having rebellion? Black Monday, we already know what that is. My God. Alright, we forgot to choose a national focus. That's bad. Irish Economic Advancement Act, let's see, that gives us political power and then allows us to kind of pick up some... It's pretty good. gets us some resources. Political questions of the day. Okay. Erie on the world stage. I don't think we want to deal with. I think we need to fix ourselves here first. Political questions of the day. Try united the nation first. That might be a good idea. Or do we want to go for economics? Let's go for the economics. A prosperous people are a happy people. No divisions in basic training. We know. We know. The reason why is, let's take a look at our... Okay, the Emirate of Afghanistan has declared war on the Dominion of India. Anarchists elected in France. You know what? It's France. Screw them. We don't care. Alright, we are fully equipped. That means everything we're producing now is going into storage. I kind of want that to get the factory, or the military factories. Can we throw one of these bad boys up here? Just one. Okay. France, you guys are screwed up. Weirdos. Always have been. Alright, no divisions of basic training. Which one's which? These guys would be cheaper, but I don't need a bunch of cheap crap. Kind of honestly just want the tanks. But we'll go ahead and get these guys to start building our forces up. Oh, this guy doesn't have a mission. So when you're trying to tell your forces to join... Ah, crap. Okay, so when you're trying to tell your forces to join an army, they have to have some sort of a mission going on. That's what that was. Black Monday hits Ireland on the 3rd February. The German stock market collapsed. We knew that, plunging the world into depression. Ireland has relied on trade with Germany in its sphere of influence since the British Revolution, when we declared ourselves a republic and cut ties with the British Empire. The crisis has had a severe effect on the Irish economy, and Germany and our other European trading partners have been hit by the crisis. Many scramble to find solutions. Most parties proposing either Irish economic development or maintaining stability while the German economy recovers. More radically and Anglophile nationals, Centre Party advocate abandoning trade with continental Europe and opening ties with the Entente, often making speeches tinged with anti-German rhetoric. The syndicalists have also begun to advocate revolution, claiming that this crisis is proof of the failures of capitalism. That could be bad. Crap, 150 political power. Jesus. It's eating us alive. Alright, so we're going to continue. We're just going to garrison Ireland. And then, as we hit our monthly save, we're going to tell these guys that when they recruit out to join our army. The Brits are doing something down here. I almost think that when we drop in, we need to cut right across here. Cut off these guys. I wonder if our Navy currently... if we can move our Navy so we can see what they're doing. What if I tell you to... The Treaty of Bucharest in 1918 officially ended the Walter Craig, that's the World War I, for Romania, but at high cost. The nation was now dominated by German and Austrian industries. Oltenia was demilitarized and the oil fields were leased to Germany up to a distant year of 2012. The humiliation Romania endured resulted in devolving into a national populist dictatorship led by the conductor, Corneliu Cordeanu. I have no idea if I pronounced that right. Cordeanu and his Iron Guard set out to restore Romania to the way they say it should have been, a titan of the Balkans. The first major move conducted by the conductor, sounds like conductor. We'll call him the conductor. Is the remilitarization of Oltenia, a strategic region in the Wallachia with a large oil reserves and military industry. The world is changing. So basically, instead of Germany remilitarizing the Rhineland, um, um, just lost it. Romania did. Romania is remilitarizing their Rhineland. All right, so we're sitting here. I'm not seeing any enemy forces. We're using our ships to spy. Okay, we've got some there. So I mean, if we were quick, if we were fast enough, we could take this port and that port and everything up top. But we'd have to be very fast. This is a sneaky little method. We couldn't do this if we were at war. Alright, let's put them back on patrol. Alright, the First International Congress. This is for all those syndicalists and commies that come together. They have a group of events. Honestly, don't care. We are not dirty commies. Better dead than red. Alright, how are we looking? What do we need? We need some oil and we need some steel. With our economic development. Steel. There we go. Look at that. We can pick up some steel straight off the bat. Industry. Alright. We can get some synthetics. So this looks to be the way we do things. Alright, so let's start off. Alright. Nicholas, the TUC Trade Union Congress. In 1936, Trade Union Congress in the Union of Britain was made out to be decisive. Longtime chairman of the TUC, Philip Snowden, declared his resignation, causing the four major factions of the Union, Maximists, Autonomists, Federalists, and Congressionalists, to butt heads over the position. As the dust settles, a Welsh poet and leader of the Autonomists, Nicholas Yglaeus, has been sworn in as the new chairman. The autonomists support further decentralization of the Union of Britain, even greater autonomy for the Welsh and Scottish nations, perhaps even full independence. Good, they're going to help us out. Let's knock some steel. Let's get some steel going. Alright, we have a research slot available. Let's take up this mechanical computing. That's going to give us 3% more faster research. So right now we're at 9%. Because we've got some people in our cabinet. Right here, because with our ministers, because we got Michael Collins, so our ministers. A couple of these guys are helping with our research time. Let's see here. Civilian economy. We're going to have to change that as soon as we can. We're going to have to move up towards some mobilization because it's hurting our construction speed, and it's making us dedicate more factories to civilian goods. Well, you know, it's good life for the people living in there. We need to free our friends, the Scots and the Welsh, from those horrible British. We might even occupy Britannia itself, and then see what we're going to do here. So, let's see. It's 1936. Have we even worked on any? Okay, it's 1936. No, it's still the same year we started. We haven't worked on any military stuff. I think we do need to go for paratroopers, and we need to start building some transport planes. All right, on Monday, the 24th of April, 1916, members of the Irish Volunteers, Irish Citizen Army, and Cumann na Mba seized key locations in Dublin and declared a free Irish republic. Okay, hush, Monkley. We know you're going to declare one Mongolia. Surrounded by the vastly superior numbers and artillery of the British Army, they fought on for 6 days before eventually surrendering. Most of the leaders of the rising were executed, although a loss at the time. It would subsequently lead to Ireland's War of Independence, freedom after 700 years under British rule. Today is the 20th anniversary, and celebration and parades have taken place all across Ireland, including a thundering speech from President Collins emphasizing the need to protect the freedom that Patrick Pearse and his comrades died for. For slavery fled, O glorious dead, when you fell in the foggy dew. We finally have positive political power. Finally. We need to let that build up, let our stability build up a little bit. We can spend political power to get more advisors and things like that, people here to help us out. But we definitely need to get that stability because we're average right now. If we go up to good, it reduces our consumer goods factories and ups our output from our factories and dockyards and raises our national unity, potentially even by 10%. That'd be awesome. All right, that's good. That's what we're going for. Really good stability. Yeah. Okay. Ireland, 1936. It's gonna be the most. It's gonna be a bastion of stability. I don't see why anybody would think anything otherwise. All right. So building our infantry, we're a little slowed down because we just don't have a ton of factories. We need some more of these. Emirate of Afghanistan, Dominion of Indian have signed a peace deal, ending their hostilities. We've got our basic machine tools. We're going to pause. Go. Now, I don't think we're going to get bombed a whole lot, so let's go for concentrated industry. It's going to increase our factory output, dockyard, and give us an additional 10% maximum of factories in the state, which is really good because we're kind of maxing out by doing that already. Okay, so Black Monday hurt our construction speed a lot by 20%, but we've got some guys in the office that are helping us out with that. We're only down to 5%, so 15% increase is good. That means we're doing better than most of the other people. How's old Britannia doing? Well, 18 to 28 divisions. That's the only part that worries me. Because right now we have 5. And our Air Force is non-existent. We're going to have to get an Air Force. We're going to have to get these factories going. Let's try to stagger some of these military factories in. You know how I like to do. Stagger things. So you're not all building the same thing all the time. That's going to take a long time to complete. I don't think this building method's going to work for us. We're going to have to probably get our stuff through this. Zinc industry gives us research time. Smelting industry gives us 4 aluminum. We don't really need that. What's this doing? Research operation in their territory. Okay, let's if we spend 20 political power, we'll get an additional 5 steel. If we spend 40, we get an additional 10. Let's spend the 40. Alright, so next thing we're going to need is, this is going to give us research slots. It's also going to build synthetic oil refineries, which we kind of need. That's going to build a civilian factories. Wow, all of these are really good. All of these are really good. Oh man, I'm kind of scared they're so good. What else do I need to do that I'm not doing? Man, all right. Well, let's start heading towards our oil because the less resources that we're short on, the better off we're going to be. The death of Pius XI. All the Italian Federation mourns the death of His Holiness Pope Pius XI, who passed away in his sleep after having been in declining health for the past several years. The Holy Father will soon be interred with the rest of his predecessors in the tomb of the popes. Until the next pope can be chosen, the Italian Federation will be ruled by a college of cardinals in Rome. The succession of His Holiness is made all the more important due to the Catholic Church's role in governing the nation as well as his vehement opposition to syndicalism, a force which has divided Italy and created the Southern Breakaway Republic. Terrible. That's too bad because we're really against syndicalism. See? Syndicalists. Basically, syndicalists in this are super socialists. They're might as well be dirty commies. Dirty, filthy commies. Alright, June 1936. Synthetic oil will allow us to build synthetic oil factories. We're going to go ahead and get one anyway. Let's look at our air here. Tactical bomber, strategic bomber. Is there a thing that we need to research to be able to get a transport plane? No, but we are going to need fighters because we're going to have to get some air superiority. We definitely don't want the Brits bombing us. Um, Mainly because we've set our industry up to not be bombed, so we're going to have some good interception. All right, July of 1936. Our cavalry units there on their horses. Actually, how are these guys experience-wise? They're pretty good. They're pretty good. We could probably afford to work out a little bit. One thing I like is when these guys are working out their animations. Okay, so he's checking his alignment. This guy's doing push-ups. Tank is I don't know, he's doing whatever tanks do. I always thought that was pretty cool. The Arab Congress. You know what? Don't care. Don't care. The only people this affects are the people right in here. That's not us. We're not worrying about them. Our world right now is this area right here. We're going to take care of these guys. We're going to save our Scottish and Welsh brethren. We are going to save the world. That is our world. Okay. Poland elects a new king. For almost 2 decades, the Polish throne has remained empty after the end of the Waltzkrieg. The Regency Council is convened to elect a new Polish king. However, constant interference and ineptitude has prevented the council from selecting a king for all these years. But now, after many weeks of intense debate inside the chambers of the Polish Regency Council, the decision was finally made to elect a new monarch to the long vacant Polish throne. The coordination of J.K.M. Friedrich Christian Selski, holy crap, was held in the palace at Warsaw early this morning and has been followed by parades and celebrations throughout the nation. It remains to be seen whether the new king can navigate the small Polish nation through the coming storms. Good for them. All right, guys, you know what? With the Poles getting their new king, we're going to end the episode here, and we will pick up again next time. All right, guys, this is the Great Fishniz. I'm out.